of your last period.
I haven't gotten it yet.
I'm just starting to wonder, do you want to go see a gynecologist?
I'm sure it's fine. Mom?
Lindy appears to have MRKH syndrome.
What is that?
It's a congenital disorder resulting in Lindy being born without a uterus, cervix, or vaginal canal.
But the vagina really is just...
That is a look at the film Fitting In that follows Lindy, a 16-year-old teenager who is unexpectedly diagnosed with a reproductive condition called MRKH syndrome. The film explores the highs and lows of sex, preconceived notions of womanhood and sexuality and relationships. And for more, we're joined by cast members Maddie, Ziegler, and Emily Hampshire. Welcome, guys, to the morning show. All right, well, this one, okay, so watching at home, my teenage daughter, she's like, what are you watching? I'm like, come. Yes, come in. You can watch with me. This is all good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it does give you moments of, like, discomfort for your character and for conversations that are evolving, particularly when you have teenagers.
Absolutely.
You know, and we've talked about, I know we're going to be talking about how this is a coming-of-age movie, but first, I want to begin with you because I know you were a little nervous taking on this part, and perhaps maybe because it's semi-autobiographical for director and writer Molly McGlynn, possibly? Is that the reason?
Yeah, I think also this is my first like lead number one on the call sheet. I was nervous to be in, I've never been in every frame before, so this was definitely a huge thing for me to take on emotionally. And I love Molly so much, and I just wanted to do her story justice. So yeah, I had some hesitation, but not because of the story. I absolutely adored it, and I just wanted to handle it with grace and do her proud, and yeah, I hope I did. But
well, you could also lean on this person right beside you, Emily here, a veteran actor. Were you looking to Emily for help? And
I mean, I was so relieved when I found out that you were playing my mom, and I was so excited. I was also nervous because to be working with someone, like you said, who's like so well seasoned and just so incredible, it was nerve-wracking, but I think we clicked right away, and I was like, we had an instant, like...
Yeah, and Molly really facilitated that. Like, she had us over at her house before, and I was a terrible cook. I wasn't good at doing stuff, and you were good. It was like instantly the roles, mother-daughter roles, were reversed a bit in the way that I think they are in the movie.
Absolutely.
Well, you two actually kind of, as mom and daughter, do kind of remind me of me and my daughter, because we do have like this awkward comedic bit that kind of just goes on, and that was what you guys captured that I really loved. That you're like, you know, you're trying to make money, ride sharing, driving your friends around.
Hashtag Rita Rides. We want that to go.
We need that to blow up, please.
Okay, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. Any challenging, particularly challenging scenes for either of you together?
Well, I wouldn't say this was challenging necessarily, but there was this one scene at the end. You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know, I'm like so
there was this one scene at the end where Rita, my character, goes out on a date, and it was the first time, like, I'm done up and everything, and Maddie ad-libbed, you look like a MILF. And it was the first time I'm like, oh my God, I'm a MILF?
I don't know where that came from.
And it was this whole, you know, we call this a coming-of-age traumedy. It's also a coming-of-middle-age traumedy. So that was both enlightening and traumatic, but I loved it.
I thought it was a compliment.
No, now I take it as a compliment.
Yeah, she's MILF. Yeah. I think for me, there were lots of difficult scenes, but honestly, running track was truly the hardest part. But I'm so lucky. We had an incredible intimacy coordinator on set. So there was a safe space for us to just be able to have the opportunity to be as comfortable as possible. And there was full consent everywhere. And it was just a really great environment to be on. I was never nervous or never worried that everyone wouldn't have my back. It was great. And Molly obviously did the best job in making sure that it was like everyone was protective in a really good way.
I was going to ask you about that. Is this a new concept in Intimacy Coach? Because I'm hearing more and more of it.
Yeah, and I don't know when it started for you, but I've been doing this a long time, and lot of movies where there was no such thing as an intimacy coordinator. And I remember my first movie that I was presented with the opportunity to have one. And at first I was like, oh, I don't need that. It'll be weird. But they had her anyways. And when I realized what it did, I was like, why hasn't this been around forever? Because not only does it make even if you felt like I felt comfortable with the people I was working with, but instantly when you do a sex scene or anything sexual, everybody on set gets weird. Like, so just to eliminate that and facilitate a conversation between you, the director, the other actors that doesn't involve weirdness, it makes it instantly professional, and there's so many things that it does well.
Because even on the day, if you're like, oh, I'm actually just not feeling great today, or I'm not in the mood, like, you know, you might just feel off. So they facilitate and protect everything that you're feeling in that moment.
And you don't have to say that to like your boss or the person you're working with.
Like,
it's like this mediator that's on your side.
Oh, that's fantastic. You're talking about your entrance into the world of acting. Everyone obviously knows you. I mean, my daughter, when she leaned over, she's like, oh, that's Maddie. You're known from, of course, Dance Moms and working with Sia. So your training with dance, has that helped you in this new world of acting?
Absolutely. I'm so grateful for dance because it was the reason that I even thought about acting in the first place, because I realized I was playing characters in all of the different dance pieces that I was doing. And it taught me how to hold myself on camera and how to hit my mark. So I think that there was a lot of things that actually helped me transition kind of easy. I still feel very new to acting and I have so much to learn, but yeah, dancing definitely helped me get into it.
It's funny when I talk to people about how amazing Maddie was to work with and how professional and how brilliant she was, people always reference, well, she was a dancer, she is a dancer, and that gives you this base of well, more than professional. You've got to like,
it's so disciplined.
So disciplined, yeah.
For sure. Okay, we're out of time, but Emily, please tell me there's still a Schitt's Creek group chat going on, just checking in, saying hello to each other. You
you didn't hear they said to say hi to you.
Oh, wow, well, that's amazing. So, okay, yeah. Let's tell them I say hi back.
They want a selfie, so we're gonna have to do that.
They're actually here right now.
Do you imagine? But do you still keep in touch, all of you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, our hair and makeup from Schitt's Creek are here, and we just made a video for Annie, trying to make her jealous, obviously. So, yeah, well, we were really lucky that we had actual friends on that show.
For sure, for sure. And we all loved it. Oh, and we'll love this. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you.